Understanding the difference between fake rich and truly rich. To understand the difference between fake rich and truly rich, it is necessary to use the two scenarios below. Your neighbor is a person you feel very close to. They are very quick to buy the latest equipment and wear all the designers you can imagine. They are tall, have perfect skin, walk confidently, and seem not to care about what surrounds them. Naturally, they have a good job and some spare change. Or you are outside a hotel lobby, and there is a woman who looks like a model. A woman with a model's body enters with a new Ferrari. She parks the car in the parking lot and proudly approaches the reception. You can't stop looking at her. You think, she must be rich. Both characters in the last two scenarios are very well off, use modern equipment, and drive luxury cars. But are they rich? Are they fake rich or truly rich? In other words, how do we distinguish them? We live in a world where living for social media has become a reality. We see a lot of fake attitudes, especially aimed at influencing people's thoughts. The main goal is to influence people's thoughts and make them believe that they are living the most perfect life imaginable. But how do you tell the difference between those who are truly rich and those who are just pretending to be? Is it possible to distinguish the two? Because, let's face it, almost everyone who faces reality can see it. With the right credit card and the right attitude, everyone can see the quote, rich. In today's video, you will find some tips to spot fake rich people. Here are some tips that will help you spot fake rich people and recognize truly rich people. But before we continue with the video, I have a quick question for all of you. Do you want to become rich? If yes, give this video the highest rating. If not, you may not like it. This video is divided into two parts. In the first part, we will discuss the 5 signs of a fake rich person, and in the second part, the 5 signs of a truly rich person. Let's start. Sign number 1. They talk a lot about money. This may not come as a surprise, since fake rich people don't have as much money as you might think. This is because people are more likely to talk about things that dominate their thoughts. When a pseudo-rich person joins the conversation, they are likely to keep talking about what they have, what they own, and what they are. They will keep talking about the following. Asterisk how much money they have. Asterisk how much their possessions cost. Asterisk how much they earn. Asterisk how successful they are. Asterisk how much they spend on luxury items. It is very annoying to talk to a pseudo-rich person. If you know what I mean, comment below. Their life revolves exclusively around the idea of money, as if it were the only thing that matters. Truly rich people rarely talk about money. They seek intelligent people. Fake rich people are ready to talk about their financial success without you having to ask. You can be sure they will tell you everything. From the price of their shoes to the cell phone they use, the car they drive, where they live, and the parties they attend, are just a few examples. In addition to talking about money, they can't stop talking about prices and general economic conditions. They can't stop talking about prices in general and how negative the economy is. They complain that prices have suddenly become more expensive. But if you look closely, you will see that they continue to spend lavishly. Sign number 2. The constant need for approval. Fake rich people are in a hurry to gain the approval of others. They care about what people think of them. And they show boundless admiration for those who show it. For pseudo-rich people, it's about impressing someone they consider absolutely inferior to them in the social system. In the case of fake rich, it is. For them, more time and energy is spent on appearing successful than on trying to be. They spend to try to be successful. Truly rich people don't care what people say about them. They don't need to show off on social media. The point is that if you are making money and are happy with yourself, you don't need the whole world to know. That's my point of view. Sign number 3. They use complicated titles for their job. It may seem silly, but it's another way to separate the rich from the well-off. It's also another way to identify the rich from the rich. They tend to use complex titles for their position in the company. Suppose you are talking to someone and ask them what their occupation is. Instead of clearly saying, I am a receptionist, they say, I am a first impression manager in my company. They often do this to appear creative. They try to add the CEO title to their name, even if they are in charge of a small or medium-sized business. Even if it is an SME. The word, spin, is not very useful. Fake rich people almost always brag about it. Instead of focusing on the work itself, they are busy inventing complicated titles to get the promotion they deserve. Instead of focusing on the work itself, they are busy inventing complicated titles for the work they do. It is well known that rich people do not despise hard work, but rather appreciate it. Sign number 4. They always want to talk about themselves. This is another way to distinguish fake rich people from truly rich people. Fake rich people usually start talking immediately, even if they are not invited. This is often a good way to identify insecure people about their business. If there is someone around you who has achieved success in some way, you can easily recognize them by observing them. In any way, fake rich people always want to talk about themselves. And they are immediately labeled as assholes. Rich people want to know everything. They want to ask important questions and can't wait for people to talk about their travels and passions. They are always eager to hear people talk about their travels and passions. Sign number 5. They always brag about their projects. Fake rich people always have a big plan that guarantees everyone present will be millionaires. It's like guaranteeing millions of dollars. In short, the chances that fake rich people will actually realize their ideas, even if they are good, are slim. The main reason is the lack of self-discipline. Fake rich people always talk, but never work. They always have multi-million-dollar projects and ideas. Rich people are hyper-focused on the future and are excited about what the future has to offer, but they know that every great plan takes years to realize. They know it will take years, not months. Part 2. Signs of truly rich people. Part 1. Rich people are not extroverted. When it comes to recognizing truly rich people, one of the things you will notice is that they are not extroverted. They have nothing to prove, so why should they show off? Rich people don't want to be in the spotlight. They are less likely to attract attention. They don't behave openly. They don't talk to you. They are probably not the type of people who hand out business cards to everyone present. They are not even the ones who speak loudly in the room. Rich people don't have agendas like greetings or to-do lists. However, rich people are the most humble people. You will never see them trying to follow an agenda. Sign number 2. They don't wear fancy clothes. Many believe that all rich people are interested in expensive clothes and accessories. It's not like that. Rich people are actually very modest and wear expensive clothes for important occasions, but you rarely see them wearing them every day. They are simple people who don't try to impress anyone. Even Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, is known for wearing a gray shirt. This casual way of dressing shows that rich people are not interested in creating fashion trends. However, a close look at rich people shows that there is always quality in the clothes they choose to wear. If you look closely and carefully, you will notice that their clothes are sophisticated, comfortable, and have the right fit. They tend to wear dark colors and unobtrusive designer logos. Sign number 3. Rich people only hang out with people who push them to improve. Rich people don't focus exclusively on themselves in their conversations, nor do they like to be in the spotlight. In particular, they don't like to be in the spotlight. You have probably heard the expression, if you are the smartest person in the room, you are probably in the wrong room. You have probably also heard the expression, is in the wrong room. Rich people are always looking for people who are smarter than them and from whom they can easily learn. You can also learn easily from these people. As mentioned earlier, fake rich people are only interested in showing off. They are interested only in. This does not mean that they do not collaborate with rich people, but it is more likely that they will come into contact with people from whom they can learn something. Sign number 4. Rich people don't care if you've already heard their name. Although rarely mentioned, rich people don't live a superhuman life. They live like normal people. They live modestly. This is the story of an editor who met superstar The Weeknd. When the editor met him as he was leaving the hotel elevator, he wondered what the long chain he was wearing meant. The superstar calmly replied that it meant Weekend XO and kindly told him to Google it. The superstar replied calmly that it meant Weekend XO and kindly told him to Google it. However, the editor was still confused, because he thought he was saying weekend, while it was actually Tuesday. Because many rich people were tired of being in the spotlight every time they went out. Many rich people get tired of being in the spotlight every time they go out and try to avoid it as much as possible. They don't want you to flatter them or ask for an autograph. They are happy if you respect them and let them quickly do what they want without unnecessary looks. They won't give you unnecessary looks. Sign number 5. They only want to talk about what they have learned. To be more productive, as is well known, rich people are not interested in chit-chat. They only want to talk about what they are learning, the ideas that come to their minds while working, and their own work. They want to talk about ideas, experiences, and everything that comes to their minds while working. Many think that rich people only want to talk about the yacht they just bought or the company they just merged with. No, they rarely talk about these things. Most of their conversations are intellectual rather than practical. It has little to do with money. They already have a lot of money, so there is no need to unnecessarily fear. Consequently, some of the richest people in the world, as mentioned earlier, are also the most humble. Fake rich people only want to show off. Fake rich people only want to brag about their small successes. But the reality for rich people is that there is much more to life than money. That's why they don't feel the need to show off in front of everyone. When it comes to identifying the richest person in the room, one thing is certain. It is unlikely that you will meet them in a flashy meeting. Focus on yourself and your skills, develop yourself as much as possible, and let the rich seek you out. Then the rich will seek you out. If you found the video you just watched useful, we invite you to subscribe to our channel and support us with a donation. Your help is precious to us and will allow us to continue producing quality content for you. You can do it here below, through the appropriate buttons, subscribe, and thanks. But you can still leave a comment, even just a simple like would be perfect. But most importantly, sign up for the channel so you can stay informed about upcoming releases.